Welcome back to the Musketeers podcast. Today with myself, Anderson.
And Jose, the podcast where we talk about everything and anything.
Yeah, so today we got a lot to talk about.
Stop saying that when you have nothing to say, man.
I just enlightened people a little bit.
We had our shortest episode the other day. You said, oh, yeah.
No, but after we had our longest
about
episode, let's talk about how we had Noemi Marx on our first guest. It was...
On our first guest?
No, I said our first guest.
No, he said on our first guest.
No.
He said on our first guest.
Replay. No.
I will.
Yeah, we had our first guest on, Noemi Marx. It was awesome. Our longest episode. Also, most viewed right now on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
100 something views. It's pretty good. For us. Sad.
I already told you to stop talking shit about my podcast. Okay.
No, but it was it was a pleasure to have her on.
Experience, yeah.
And y'all really enjoyed it. It's also one of our videos with the most comments. So like on Insta.
Yeah. And I mean, we got her because people asked for her, so ask for more people.
Don't touch the mic.
Ask for more people.
Yeah. We wanted, before the podcast started, we were debating about Portugal and Morocco and like some of the things that have been said online.
Okay, I gotta give a little bit of context. I was on Insta and I saw a post of like an Angolan kind of made fun of Portugal. He tweeted like the title of their national anthem while laughing, and Portuguese people.
This was after Portugal lost.
Yeah. And Portuguese people were clapping back, like making fun of Angola for not even making the World Cup, and a bunch of blatantly racist comments. And yeah, we were talking about it not too long ago.
Turn it off. I'm scared that it's gonna make an echo with whatever it's connected to. So just turn it off. I'm sorry.
I can't turn it off because
it's okay. It's okay. Go.
But yeah, you wanna go ahead?
Yeah, before that, we went to go see the match and VAR and stuff, and I'm Portuguese, half Portuguese, and after we had a friend that was from Morocco, Ryan, and yeah, it was really funny, like seeing the atmosphere, and like part of me was sad because Portugal lost, but another part of me was, I was glad that at least if the team that beat us was African, because it was the first African team to make it to the semifinals, right?
Ever.
Yeah, ever in history, and that's dope as hell. But after I saw some comments on Ango Portal, which is like a news feed on Insta for the Angolan community, and they just posted saying that Portugal lost against Morocco. And I was curious, so I went to go like see in the comments what people were saying, and a lot of people were saying that like, oh yeah, but they're not even like African. They don't consider themselves African like the rest of us. And I was like, why? Like I don't agree with that, because they are African. But after like some of them, like in the comments, they were talking about like personal experiences, saying that, oh yeah, like I went to uni with this Moroccan person or a man, and he used to say, "Oh yeah, we're not African. Like we're much better and doing much better than you guys."
But like in Africa, like the people they went to uni with a guy in Africa or like in Europe.
I don't know.
Because like
they didn't.
Yeah,
specify.
I've heard a bunch of rumors about like Moroccans not considering themselves Africans, but I mean that's not really only Moroccan people. Like a bunch of African people that go to Europe, sometimes they kind of feel like, I don't know, their country or whatever, they don't really consider themselves African.
But there's also kind of like for example, a lot of countries considered in the Middle East are African, and sometimes like when you tell them, yeah, you're African, they'll go like, no, I'm Middle Eastern.
That's different.
It's not.
No, it's different because
Middle East is a subcontinent.
I know,
of Africa.
but people have like separated it from Africa in a way. Morocco isn't Middle East. It's literally Africa.
What do you mean?
It's in the Middle East.
No, no, it's in the.
Not.
A lot of northern countries.
I know, but it's
like-
not in the Middle East. It's literally in the continent
Yeah, but
Africa.
the other Middle East is Africa. What
I
do you
know,
want about?
that's not what I'm saying. But if you say that to people like Middle East is Africa, they won't agree with you. If you say Dubai is in Africa, people will say no, it's in the Middle East. So it's a bit different than
But
Morocco.
what they're saying is wrong.
Not necessarily.
It is.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
the whole
like,
debate. That's why people.
True.
That's the issue with people not considering themselves African, because if they were, it's like, for example, Angola's in sub-Saharan Africa, right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna say, oh yeah,
I'm not African.
I'm
But
sub-Saharan.
I know, but sub-Saharan African isn't as big as the Middle East, geographically speaking. Wait, no, like, when you say, like, if you ask somebody where Dubai is, they won't say Africa, they'll say Middle East. But if you ask somebody where Morocco is, they'll say Africa, because it's the, I don't know how to...
I understand your point, but that doesn't take away from the fact that they're African.
Like,
Oh,
Africa
definitely
is-
not. I don't think they're not
It's
African.
the continent, you know. You can't tell me you're not from the continent, bro.
Definitely.
I think, and after, unfortunately, it does come back to race, because it's like,
because they're lighter, like their complexion is different.
yeah, they're like, not there, but like people can directly put them apart, you know, be
Yeah.
like, okay, this is, even though it's Africa, it's still different. It's not the same because they're not black.
I did a lot of research about that because well, I was curious, like what's the truth? Like, do they actually not consider themselves African, or is it because like people have one or two stories about people about Moroccans saying that they don't consider themselves African, that's actually the majority of people? So from what I understood, like Morocco has a bunch of different cultures. Like there are Arab people, there are black people, there are like a bunch of different ethnicities. Like there are the black ones, and then there are the lighter skinned ones, and like they speak a bunch of languages. So because of that, like there are a few people that kind of separate themselves from Africans. But then I saw like a picture where there were literally so many different, like they were all Moroccan, but all different. Like there were black, there were white people, there were mixed people, you know. And because of that, I don't know, I feel like there's this misconception that all of them don't consider themselves African, when that's kind of like a minority.
From personal experience, all my friends that I had from Morocco, they considered themselves Africans. And like they were all whiter than white people. And no, because I forgot the name, but there's a subgroup in Morocco that is extremely pale, and there is a group that is black.
Yeah, yeah.
And so even in the country, they have conflict. So it's hard to say like majority thinks this, majority thinks that.
Yeah.
And like I was going through comments, like we were talking about that post, and the people that claim like that they don't consider themselves African aren't actually from Morocco. You know, it's people that had experiences with Moroccans. And I saw like Moroccans go and comment back at them. They were like, just because you had one or two experiences about that doesn't mean that's what the majority believes. And, you know, now I'm confused because like research and stuff says that, you know, they do consider themselves African, even though there is a minority that doesn't. But there are a lot of people who have had experiences with Moroccans that don't consider themselves African.
And after, even like some of the comments were like, I don't consider like this. These were like, I'm not sure if they were just Angolan, but like Congolese people, Senegalese people, and all that. Okay, Black Africans. I'm just gonna say that in the comments, and they were saying, for me, I would have only considered that an African team had made it to the semifinals if it was Ghana or Senegal, because since Moroccan people don't consider that, but that's just like, I don't know, sometimes it's just their perception of, oh yeah, Moroccans don't see themselves as Africans, so if they don't see themselves as Africans, they can't represent me or my country or my continent.
I think it's because of color.
Yeah.
I honestly
Yeah.
think it's that. I think black people don't want to say they're African because they're not black. I think that's the big problem.
The coach of the team's coach literally told them, like, in an interview, we're here representing Africa. Like, that's what we're doing. And they were hella proud to be the first team to ever make it that far in the World Cup. So, like, who are you to tell them, like, they're
Yeah.
not African?
Yeah, it's complicated. And even I saw like one comment that I found super funny that was like, I love how the World Cup in any sports, it feels like modern warfare. You realize that? It's like a modern war. It's like a peaceful war, you know? It's the one thing you can say, oh yeah, my country's better than yours, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why like people get very like in their feelings and
too.
competitive about it. And that's why it's such a big deal. Like, have you ever thought about it in that way? That like, especially even if you look in let's say like the Spanish leagues, before like every Spanish province could almost be considered like their own little like country in the it's not a kingdom, what would it be called? I can't find the right word, but it's like, yeah, there would be its own entity, right? So in the Spanish league, that's why there's like so much pride in saying, oh yeah, Valencia won Madrid, because it's like my county be your county. And before it used to be done with like maybe a physical battle, but now it's just sports, and that's why people are so enraged and love the sport so much.
And even the situation with like Morocco, like Africa in general has been oppressed for so long, and like finally, like in the context of football, even we've never made it this far, you know. And it's kind of a big step in terms of representation, just getting the name out there.
I would be extremely happy if Morocco won this World Cup, honestly.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, for me, if there was one team that had to be this, I'm not mad that it was Morocco. But after what you said about all the comments that we saw, the Angolan person that said, he said Heróis do Mar, which is Heroes of the Sea, with plenty of laughing faces, and that's the national anthem for Portugal. And after, there was just like plenty of people, like plenty of clapbacks saying, like one said, our team Sweat has enough water to help Angola survive or something. Mm-hmm. And it was just like a bunch of racist stuff. And
I love the internet.
With me, it's like I'm half Angolan, half Portuguese. So I hate the fact that like Portugal, like Portuguese
one half
people,
of who you are is kind of beefing the other half.
But it's like I still love that part of myself, you know, because I can't take it's still me, and but yeah, it's just I find it so unfortunate, and it's like the worst part I feel like is when people you know when you get into a fight with a friend or something, and like they say some shit that's been on their mind for ages, and you know like that's what they really think.
It's not even a joke.
Yeah. It's like, you might be saying it as a joke, but you know it's not. And that's how it kind of, like, all those comments feel. Like, you know, like them saying, oh, yeah, y'all don't have enough food. Y'all couldn't even...
I think it's jokes, bro. People... obviously, there's a lot of racist people, but honestly, those type of comments, I think it's jokes.
No.
These people are comedians, bro. Where do you get that? Like, my team Sweat has more... like...
No, like with friends and stuff, we'll make jokes like that because we know it's jokes, but online to a stranger...
I honestly think, like...
No.
I'm not sure, man. And
there's limits.
The part that really annoyed me is that, you know, people make fun of everyone. You know, whenever your team loses, people will make memes about it, about any country.
Yeah.
But then suddenly, when it's an Angolan criticizing like a European team... suddenly there's a problem, like everybody's stopping back.
It's because it's Angola, Portugal, bro. That like there's history, so it's normal. It's not any African country, I think.
Yeah.
Nah, I get your point that it is partially because of history.
It's because of the history that it's worse, bro.
But for example, like right now, Morocco's gonna go up against France, right? Mm-hmm. If Morocco loses, like the shit people are gonna say, I know is already gonna be crazy. Just like. I saw plenty of people like making like little montages of people celebrating Morocco winning, like Moroccans celebrating Morocco winning, and like like you know that funny video where the guy goes, "Where is Messi? Where is Messi?"
Oh, yeah.
And they did kind of the same thing for Ronaldo, and people like put that together, and after they just put like Mbappe saying like "Allez les Bleus," so go Blues, they're gonna beat you. So like that, you know what I was saying, like about kind of modern warfare. Like, that's how it kind of feels. Because it's like now they're just supporting France. Now Portuguese people are supporting France to see Morocco
go
lose.
down.
Yeah. The World Cup is so interesting, though. Like, when we went to the bar, like, every bar was full. Everybody watching it on their phones.
I was scared.
Even in the metro, what you said, it's like it's the only time in the world where everybody in the world is talking about the same thing, no matter where you are.
Yeah.
You can strike up a conversation with anybody saying, "Oh, who are you supporting?" Which is dope.
Go Morocco.
Go,
Go.
just go.
Go Angola whenever we go to the World Cup. That's what I want.
Yeah, I think. I think we ended it on a good note. Tell us what you think, your thoughts about it. But yeah, I think we should end by saying like Morocco is part of Africa and they do represent us. And just because they might not look like the rest of,
I mean, they look like me.
well, you're half European.
I mean, you are.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah,
He
but-
is.
Yeah, he is.
I'm what?
You are. But why are you trying to lie to the people?
I'm like a quarter.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
Not even.
It is. We're doing all the math, bro. Okay. Look.
Your dad is mixed.
My mom is Angolan, 100%.
You don't know
My
that.
dad is half Portuguese, half Angolan. So I'm like a quarter, bro.
There's no way your mom's 100% Angolan.
Well, she's not Portuguese. She'd be from other African
You don't know.
origins, maybe.
Maybe she's Moroccan.
You know,
Morocco's Africa,
you can
okay?
get more of your dad's DNA. It's not exactly 50-50 between your dad and your mom.
It could be less too.
Yeah, but
A quarter.
But after you're dating a mixed person, so that brings it up to.
Oh, I want to say something controversial.
go ahead.
Should I?
I'm not your friend, but sure, go. Who's, oh my God, unprofessional bitch. Whoa, sorry.
Well,
Who's calling you, bro?
it's all the people.
I was saying, even if Moroccan people don't consider themselves African, I do because they're part of our continent, and I feel like other countries would too because, like, you know, and Europeans and just white people in general, like not all of them obviously, but the racist ones, they don't really see a difference. Like, I feel like that would be
No, between an Arab and a black person, they like a not a white Arab, but would be called like a light skinned Arab compared to a black person, like a dark skinned black person.
But
I
they
love
see a
how
difference.
careful we're being with
if
what
they
we're
know it's
saying.
an
Oh.
African country.
Today we gotta be on point with the.
If they know it's an African country, it doesn't matter what they look like. They'll just see
Yeah,
African.
I agree
bro.
with that.
No,
Whether
If
you're
you're
not-
racist, you're racist.
Yeah.
For example, here in France, I feel like there is more prejudice towards Arab people than black
There
people.
is. But if you're racist, you're racist. I think.
There's
There's no halfway racist, bro.
There is.
What do you mean there is?
No, it's like you could be racist. Maybe not. Okay, you could have prejudice towards one certain type of people and not another. Like you could be racist towards Asian people and not Arabs because you don't have prejudice towards.
Because you
them.
think, bro, racist is thinking that your race is superior. If you think yours is superior, it means that the others are inferior, all of them.
No.
Not necessarily.
I mean, sure.
I mean, that's their point. But my point is, like, if an African country won, whether they believe they're African or not, for the people that consider them African,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
no matter what,
Yeah.
they won't like it.
An
and
interesting
it'll be
point-
representation for us either
Yeah,
way.
an interesting point is that that is only a debate between us, like between us Africans, you know,
Whether
which is
they're
what you're
African or
saying.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no white person is like, yeah, they're not African.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
It's just a debate between us.
Yeah.
But
So,
it shouldn't even be a debate.
guys, this is the last podcast.
Oh yeah, this is podcast number 10. Not last podcast ever,
It is.
but it's the last podcast of the year.
I was hired to be part of another podcast. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, what you gonna bring your?
Joe Rogan, I'm coming.
okay,
you
buddy.
wish.
I wish you luck, man.
Me and Jose got it. Me and
Yeah,
Jose-
man, we don't even need you, bro.
Yeah, and this is your thing, but whatever. What are your guys' goals for next year?
Don't ask it like that.
Dude,
I don't believe.
how rich you want to get?
I don't believe in New Year's resolution.
Shut up.
No, today since
I
it was the
don't.
last episode, I wanted to like talk about how you started the beginning of the year and like your expectations for how the year was gonna be. Like what you thought. Like where were you going to university? Projects that you had in mind. Did you even think we were gonna come up with a podcast? And how the year ended, and like what you want to do next year or something like that.
That's what I was saying. Like, I don't believe in New Year's resolution. Like at the end of the year, you're like, oh, next year I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change. That's my goal. Like my goal is to be the best version of myself always. That's my goal every year.
Yeah,
And
okay,
like,
but
a lot of people like make New Year's resolutions and then they make something so concrete, like a real goal that they can never achieve. And like I feel like if you just strive to be the best version of yourself, that's
no, but
the
I
best
feel
thing you
like
can
you
do.
could set like I do set goals of like like uh like what could I give it? Of an example that could be like, for example, this year I want to, for example, I'm gonna go to university here, and that's a simple goal. It's just to set goals. At the end of the day, it's to better yourself. But sometimes it's like, okay, next year I'm gonna be better. And after how though? You gotta set, for me at least, to set like little goals really does help.
New Year's resolution can be really good. The problem is people set unrealistic goals, and by the end of the year, when they haven't done anything on the list, it demotivates them,
They'll feel like shit.
and they feel like shit. And because of that, they tend to get worse than they already were. I think that's the big problem. So it depends on the person. For you, that like it helps you out. Like you have a map or I don't know, step by step on how to get where you want to get.
I mean, not even step by step.
No, I know, but like you have a list that helps you get where you want to get.
Yeah,
But
to keep track.
it's dangerous for some people.
Yeah, but on the Mindset Mentor, it's a podcast about like motivation and business and all of that. He said one thing that really stuck to me. He said you shouldn't have a goal because a goal sometimes, like a goal, there kind of has to be a deadline for it, you know. But he said what you should do is have commitments. So, for example, like in my journal, I have like I'm committed to being a better person. Like this year, I'm committed to have a relationship with God, which was something I've been working on the whole year, and it's a commitment that I want to keep having on. So even though I wrote those for 2022, it's okay if I didn't make them in 2022. It's just something I want to be committed to moving on, and that helps me.
For me, I never have a list. I have one goal, and it's always the same goal: to be a better person in general, to be nicer to people, to be more thoughtful, to study harder, to work harder. And like the goals are always the same, so I don't really need to make a list. I know my goals and I know what I want for not even just for a year, like for me.
For life.
Yeah.
No, I
And
have.
because your life is
y'all know
always
me.
evolving, and because your life is always evolving, like even though the goal is the same, the means to achieve it can change, you know?
Yeah, that is true. But that's how I change it to commitment. But for me, I think I'm also like a visual person. Like sometimes to go back, like even on my phone, like sometimes you need like a reminder, and writing it down is that like reminder.
Yeah.
Like
Do you still have that background where your notes are like...
Never take it off.
but
Yeah,
like, by the end of this year, for example, I wanted to have made 10K, whatever, $10K, whatever. It didn't happen.
I put it on my list. I'm committed to making $25,000.
Yeah, and I mean, at the same time, I
It wasn't
decided.
for-
I
sorry,
decided
bro.
yeah, no problem. I decided that 2 months ago. Kind of crazy, but like still, and for me, for example, it doesn't demotivate me to keep having that goal. But I know that for some people, be like, oh, I can't do shit. I can't do it. So might as well not try. So yeah.
Okay, so to kind of, and I know y'all don't believe, but do you have anything that you really like to accomplish next year, or like in the coming 5 years, or
Next
whatever?
year. Oh, next year?
Yeah.
See, I don't like to say this. In our culture, you can't really say what you want because people, bad energies. Nah, but
You know what I'd really like? I'd love for this podcast to hit 10,000 subscribers.
by the end of next
Reach
year,
1,000.
I think we could get more.
No,
The
by the
goal-
end of next
yeah.
year.
Okay, by the end, but like... Trying to set it for earlier. Okay, by the 10K.
10K in
Possible.
2 months, bro. Pfft. Basic.
Start making money off it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say.
Oops. Yeah. So
Have
how's your
launched
day?
my first company.
Oh,
True.
yeah.
That's what I really hope. That's my biggest goal for 2023.
Yeah. I want to make money, bro. I want to start not money. I want to start making money.
Man said
Not
not
money,
money.
not
Money. No, but money, I mean, We don't have
Bro,
much time
I
anymore.
talked to you. I already told you why I want money. It's not just money.
No, I know, but yeah, don't say that you want money because
I want money. Oh,
you want
shit.
You
freedom.
want to have power. You
Yeah.
want to have freedom.
Yo,
You want to have
power.
influence.
And money is the
power
means to do that.
Power to do what you want.
Yeah. We gotta end the podcast because there's people trying to invade our studio.
Yeah. Okay. See
but
you
yeah.
next year.
Yeah. See ya.
Actually, no. I think there's videos before that, but whatever.
There might be a couple videos before that, but this is the last podcast. I hope you enjoyed these first 10. Please subscribe. I swear, if I don't see like a subscriber from this video, I'm gonna find out who you are and smack you.
Like and comment. Don't be ashamed, bro. Okay, just comment what you think. Comment what your New Year's
Comment,
resolution
Juice, that's
is.
stupid. It's
Yeah,
okay.
comment. I'm dumb as shit. Like I'm the worst musketeer. I don't know, man. Do whatever you want.
But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed it. See y'all next year. Peace.
Ciao. Beijos.
Thank you. Bye.
Beijos.